I'm Patti Moreno, the garden girl.
And I'm Mel Bartholomew from Square Foot Gardening.
This month it's May. Our garden is alive.
Yes.
It's so fun to be in the garden
Everything's
right now
going on.
because we are harvesting.
Right. We're not only harvesting, we're planting. We're doing both. And we're going to replace some of those squares that we've harvested our spring crop and put in our summer crop.
So what do we have to do to actually make that happen?
Actually, it's very simple. We don't have to dig up the soil again. We don't have to spread anything. What we're going to do, as soon as we harvest 1 square foot, now let's picture now a square foot of radishes, 16 radishes in a square foot, and when you're all finished with that square foot of radishes, or beets, or carrots, whatever it is, you then add to that 1 square foot a handful or a trowelful of compost, blended compost, hopefully from your pile, which means by blended, we mean from at least 5 different sources.
Okay.
Now, think of what would be a source for compost.
Leaves?
Okay, leaves, that's good. And actually, it's anything that was once growing, like leaves or stems or plants or flowers. It can also be any animal manure if the animal doesn't eat meat. So I like to think of it as barnyard manure.
Okay.
So that could be cows and horses and let's see, pigs are no, but chickens could fit in there, and ducks and things like that. Then there are other things that are commercially available. Wood chips and sawdust and bark, and all those can be composted. You can buy those at your nursery. So the summer crop would be anything with a large fruit that's hanging. Tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, squash, beans, all those things. There's only one exception that I can think of offhand. Peas are a cool weather crop. They're a spring crop. And you get the little bush variety, or you get the kind that climb up.
Speaking of climbing up,
yes.
Now that we've got our tomatoes in there and our vining crops in there.
I promised to tell you all about vertical gardening.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I designed a very strong frame. It's like a U shape, upside down. It's steel galvanized. And you put ground rods into the ground first. These are steel rebars. You can buy these at any home improvement. They cut them to any length you want. Put those in the ground, the pipe slips right over them. The top comes right over. You have fittings there, or you can get a pipe bender. And then that's a strong, and because it's galvanized, it'll last for a long time. Stick those in the ground at the right distance apart next to your box. Put it on the north side. So
I think that's very important for people to know that when they're going to put this vertical frame next to their box, they want to plant it, affix it to the north side, which means those plants need to be on the north side.
Yes,
correct?
right. They do, and also that won't shade the rest of the garden, okay? So we're always thinking about shade, because remember, when we started, we said every garden needs 6 to 8 hours of sunshine. And now we're going to tie netting to that. We used to use string straight up and down and sometimes make a netting this way, but it took a lot of work and it breaks after a while. And now we found a wonderful material, and it's nylon netting. The openings are about this big, 7 inches by 7 inches. You can reach your hand through and get those tomatoes and pull them back out. And it's rot resistant, guaranteed to last 20 years.
Wow. I love also having the vertical garden because we're really maximizing our growing space.
Absolutely.
We've shrunk it down to 20% of the size of a traditional garden.
Right.
And now we're maximizing that smaller space by now taking our garden and making it go
up.
That's
how we grow things vertically.
And now is the time. We no longer have to stake our tomatoes and tie them up as they grow. All we're doing is just weaving it through our vertical support. And next month, June. We're in the heat of the summer now.
Yes, we're starting the heat of the summer, and I'm going to show you 2 things that are special. One is how to grow lettuce all summer long in the heat, and number 2 is how we can not stake but support the pepper plants and the eggplants. Because you know, a pepper plant is very brittle, and when the rains come and it gets big and the fruit's hanging there, sometimes the whole branch breaks off. But I'm going to show you a way, simple, easy, no work way. All of Square Foot Gardening is no work, so make sure you tune in.
I can't wait. I'm Patti Moreno, the garden girl.
And this is Mel Bartholomew wishing you happy gardening.